Hello, this is Leta, and this is me and my mommy's podcast, and then my mommy, and there's me, and I'm just talking about this stuff, and there's me tap dance, because this is a tap dance, it's a autism podcast, and there's a bunch of animals, and I'll be trying to eat my hair, and there's a bunch of sand in the ocean. Also, there's also tax stuff, and I'm on my mental thing. Oh, that color also all gets like dolphin can be seen. Oh, also they're muffled. The boots are amazing. Also, this trying not to have a pen bag. Also, the podcast now. I see that it kept dancing and blah blah blah. I did ADHD in this thing. Also, this cute adorable pup.
Hey, Leta. Last week on Leta's Tap Styles, we discussed Gen Alpha and Gen Z.
Yeah.
This week, we are going to discuss your favorite subject, peace. Filming. Peace. With peace. Okay, so we do go back and forth between your tap career and your autism, which there's really not a huge separation because you're still an autistic tap dancer, whether we're talking about your autism or not, correct?
If you can find an off switch. Then the question makes sense. If you found an off switch.
I'm not looking for an off switch. I think you're perfect just the way you are. I think your autism is not a problem. I am just saying some people have said, oh, well, is Leta still autistic when she's tap dancing?
Are you okay in the head? Are you okay in the fucking head? Are you okay in the head? Have you thought about going to a no doctor and getting that brain checked out? Because it's like one of the electrodes in your brain is not working at all.
Who knows? My brain just decided to go bye-bye. Anywho's, and I was checking something because I'm checking how many people are watching Miss Michelle's new podcast because yay. We will have to talk about that later. But no, people have asked me, and they've also asked me like how you do on a lot of stuff because I mean autism runs the gamut, but there is no off switch. But one thing also that there is no off switch with is you and your love of all things animals.
Animals. I especially love the dirt.
The derp. And we went out to the farm where Dad grew up to do some photos. There was dirt. We went and did some videos, and before
There was dirt.
Does the derp have a name?
Derp and Derp.
Wheatie and Milo.
Derp and Derp.
Okay,
red derp, blue derp.
No. Okay, for our audience, the names of the derp and derp are Wheatie, the lighter colored Aussie, and Milo, the darker colored Aussie.
They're basically the dogs from Louie. They are literally the dogs from Louie. They are literally Bluey's breed. Australian Shepherds. They are literally Bluey.
Yes, but you were used to working with your dogs. You were used to your dogs being a little bit more
Yeah, why did we train them to not go crazy while I'm on my tap board?
Which one? Wheatie or Jack Elvis?
Jack Elvis.
Jack's not going crazy. He's just like, you're not playing with me. I mean, the last time we tried to do something with Jack down here for one of your dills, he came bounding in, really proud of himself with branch. Yeah. And he wanted to show it off and wanted to interrupt you doing tappy daddy tap tap with the branch. That went well. Wheatie, however, also decided to get involved in, you were doing,
Milo also decided to sell one of the mics and do it.
Okay, so Milo stole my mics, which was fun and exciting because we've got, wireless mic.
I found out the dog had the mic before the dog could choke to death.
Which was good, because I was trying to figure out where it went off to. Your father thought I dropped it. I was like, no, I don't think I dropped it.
Probably good because we're on the farm, and the farm has a good road away from the town, and I did not see a sign for the vet in town. I'm pretty sure there's a sign for the vet in that, and it's tiny, or else they don't have a vet.
No, they have a vet. I know exactly where the vet is in the town. But I've
So
been
I
to the
just
vet.
didn't see the sign.
It's not big sign, Leta.
That vet is a good chunk of distance, so if that dog choked.
Yeah, but dog didn't choke. Dog did look at my microphone and went, "Oh, new chew toy," and took off with the microphone. But
The
hey,
microphone's still functionable. I
and
got
does
it
not
before
have
the dog could actually chew and go chomp chomp.
So yes. Where was I?
Oh,
Oh
and
yeah.
we decided to figure out whether or not his feet counted as taps.
So you were dancing to Aaron Watson's "That's Why God Made Cowboys," or "That's Why God Loves Cowboys." Why did I say "made cowboys"? That's why God loves cowboys. The verse you were doing is the cowgirl verse. And Weedy is like sitting over there for seeing tap dancing for the first time, looking at you like, what are you doing? And then Weedy decides that Weedy is tap dancing with you.
Yeah.
And there is video.
Yeah. And it's mic'd. I like all the other stuff because of the.
No, that one didn't get mic'd because I
Yeah,
accidentally did that one in slow-mo and I had to speed it up. But
and all the other stuff has mics because of that is a good chunk of
'cause that
distance.
was well, that was the other thing. People had taken off with microphones. Well, not people, just Milo.
It was. That's plus that vet is a good chunk of distance, and Chucky Dog, good chunks of distance away vets. And bumpy roads. And bumpy roads.
Okay, so that was your first time on the roller coaster road. It's a little bumpy.
Yeah, and it's that roller coaster because why did you decide to torture my
That's not
body?
actually the name of the road. That's just what your dad's family calls it.
Oh yeah, because that's literally a roller coaster meant to torture me.
People need to become better friends with the county commissioners. Us. You don't get that joke. Giving me a look like you think you might get that joke. And if you get the joke, you're not really sure you like where that joke is going. When it's a true statement, people need to become better friends with county commissioners out there, and the road wouldn't be so bad. Come back here. No, but so this was your first time filming with dogs who aren't trained, though, because your dogs are usually very well trained. And the dog Milo got into a bunch of the photos because it was just like, well, guess Milo's in the photos and Wheaties in a bunch. I think that worked really good because what we were going for was that Western theme, that cowgirl theme.
We got the Aussies in there.
Yeah, you had your Wranglers on, you had your Soul Talk jacket on.
We got the
Underdog
Aussies
Go.
in there.
You were dancing to Aaron Watson, Nico
We
Moon,
got the
and Miranda
Australian
Lambert.
Derp in there.
And those two were like, hey, we think we're part of it. And they did a great job for being untrained. I mean, for being untrained, like I've got some photos where Milo's coming straight at me that look just perfect.
That's a plus. If you zoom in on Weedy, if you pause one of the videos and if you can zoom in, you'll see that one of Weedy's eyes is like half green, half blue. And I don't know how that works. And I very want to figure out how the mutation in DNA works because it looks friggin' cool.
They were definitely bred to be cattle dogs and not bred to be anything but you know, Aussies are Aussies and they are living on the farm, so they will have plenty of cows to go deal with.
Us plus Milo's tongue just stays out.
But how was it working with dogs who weren't trained?
Our dogs aren't trained.
You're better trained when it comes to dance and other dogs. How was it working with dogs who aren't used to someone kneeling down and taking photos, aren't used to you tap dancing in front of them, and are like, ooh, I'm going to be in the video and the photo?
There was Derp. There was literally Cloud turned into a dog and decided to be Derpy and decided you can pet and levels the Cloud dog Derp.
I get this question a lot. You are autistic. There are some things that we've tried to train you to do. It is going to be kind of stupid. And since you didn't say that into your microphone, I sound stupid saying it's going to be kind of stupid.
But
Didn't realize you didn't say that into your microphone at first. How am I putting this? How am I putting this? How am I putting this? So it isn't as stupid as people have said. You know, a lot of autistic people can't handle changes in their schedule.
yeah, and unfortunately, I have two ADHD parents, so I learned
you do?
quickly to just deal with it.
Okay, so yeah. We were not planning on Milo and Weedy being a part of the photo shoot and the video shoot. How did you deal with that being thrown at you by Milo and Weedy?
I have you and Dad for parents. I literally learned when I can remember memories to just deal with changes. My first few memories in life was like 5 weeks of being out of school, and then next week 6 of having the actual memories still locked in my head moving. Yeah, so I basically learned from, I don't know, memories to just deal with changes. That's a plus stretch, right?
Did you just throw a diss at Gen Z in there?
No. Except Jen and Gen Z sound the same, and Jen died the same day, so yeah.
So I'm hearing yes, I did throw a diss at Gen Z. You have texture issues. Obviously, you have some sensory issues. Did you have any sensory issues going out to the farm, or is it just kind of when you get to doing these video shoots, you just kind of deal with the world?
Let's see, I was on a farm away from human beings that were my grandparents. And there were floofy dogs. How fine with life? There was floofy dogs, and the only human beings I had to interact with the whole time were only my grandparents.
I threw at you the songs. Like, I didn't quite give you a
You
heads
always
up.
throw songs at me.
Yeah, but like,
You always throw songs at me.
so I think this is a weird thing, and we're going to discuss. This is where the autism and tap really come into this discussion. I have thrown songs at you since you were bitty teeny tiny, and I'm like, hey, you've got to improv to this song. I've worked with neurotypical dancers who can't do the improving because you just throw them like there's no tomorrow if you ask them to improv. Do you get thrown when you're asked to improv? Because this is a question I
No,
get
the
on.
only thing I get is a panic attack if there's anybody but you and Dad.
You honestly do not like having a huge crowd watching when you do these
I don't
videos.
like humans watching. That's a fluffy dog.
I think
Well,
those
that's a
fluffy
cat.
dogs.
Well, that's an ostrich. Well, maybe not ostrich, because ostrich will take my hair, tear my hair, take my feet, tear my feet, take my hands, tear my hands, and probably go finger first. Actually, now that I think about it, ostrich will kill me, so probably not an ostrich.
But
No, it would be fine dancing in front of an elephant. Because I'm pretty sure it won't kill me. If it does, I died by an intelligent derpy elephant.
so but that's one thing. I mean, you've noticed it too, though, haven't you? That it's really hard on kids who are in neurotypical kids who are in dance studios are so you have to do exactly what we say, that when it comes to saying, hey, improv, they seem to almost have an autistic it's not an autistic meltdown, but they tend to almost have a meltdown because you've asked them to change something, which I kind of find weird because you're the autistic one. And when like people have said to improv in studios, you're the one not having the meltdown going, I got this. And the neurotypical kids are like, what the heck did you just ask me to do?
What do you mean I'm the one not having a meltdown? I have to dance for human brains.
ignoring that part.
I mean, I'm not done about having to improv. I'm melting down about having to improv in front of other human jackass beings.
You don't hate all human beings. Let's make this very clear
Well, why
because
would I know human beings? Why would I hate the people I know? I love the people I know. Also, plus, they let me just spoil their dogs.
but
Now that I
also
think about it, I probably still have their dog best friends.
also continuing on slightly, you do love, like say your soul talk family, you're okay dancing in front of, even though we will mention that you may have opinions on where you fit in the soul talk family. You
They have dogs.
that wasn't my statement. My statement here was going to be you seem to think that the entirety of the rest of the soul talk is like all up here.
They can do moves I can because of the hip. They can do moves I can.
Even if your hip could do it, do you think you would ever be as good as everyone
I
else?
can't go as fast as them.
Or do you think you are always the very bottom of everyone at Soul Talk?
Let's see. Let's see. Of course, I'm the very bottom. That's plus we've been to DC and LA and all the other soul talkers get what? And I get the way.
Well, I mean, I don't know that you
Seriously.
necessarily get it.
What?
So, Jack, I said that into the mic, didn't I? So I may have possibly where someone is having a day out of the two of us, and it's not you. It is me. And I may have accidentally set off the fire alarm without actually burning any food. It was just like there was oil on the bottom of the pan, and when it came out, there was still some smoke in the oven. And then the Jackie Poo got upset, and then I may have scratched myself trying to convince him that he didn't need
How
to be
does
in
this
his.
relate to anything?
I don't know. I'm having a day. To important stuff. Don't give me that look. The look you're giving me. That I'm a teenager who doesn't understand my mommy look.
I never understand you.
Feel so loved.
I've been giving that look since I was able to give looks.
Yes. No, okay, so here's another question on the improving. I just kind of throw these things at you, and I don't think anyone who sees them would believe that you were improving on these songs.
Okay, I have one saying. Would they also not believe you on, oh, hey, my child has no such thing as a schedule, and only schedule that never, ever, 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 ever changes on my child? It's her bedtime.
You
Hey, my defense, I get sleepy.
Nobody that's an adult is going to deny the child her bedtime because adults also would love to have a bedtime where they could go, I get sleepy, let me go to sleep.
That's a plus. I get very embarrassing when I'm sleep deprived.
Well, yeah, but back to this, like, you did the what was you did Underdog. The puppies didn't come out for Underdog. I was kind of hoping they would, but Grandma and Grandpa had gotten out by that time, and the puppies are like, we stay by.
Well, Jack came out for Underdog when we did Underdog for Jack.
Yeah, but I mean,
also-
when we were doing it at
He
the farm.
was also like happy.
He was, but I meant while we were doing it at the farm. The puppies didn't come out for
but their
Underdog.
favorite person came, aka
Yeah.
Grandpa.
But where was I mean, you have heard these songs before. I'm not necessarily, except for You'll Always Take Me Back by Aaron Watson, that one time that I made you do it. Just, hey, brand new song, listen to this, tell me what you think. And then put it online. And that's one time Aaron Watson liked one of your videos. But I love that look on your face. But you normally
in reality.
have heard these songs before. You just don't have choreo to these songs. And I think you actually do a lot better dance-wise sometimes when you're just doing improv.
Yeah, because improv's not boring. No offense to people I know. No offense. No offense. I love your choreography. But free is fun. That's
Well, they
plus I
also
don't have to practice free will. But I hate your choreography. But getting tired and hungry is getting tired and hungry, and at least with improv I can actually eat lunch on time. No offense. I love you guys.
but the other thing is you were out there in your jeans, which I know different dance studios have said you can't tap dance in jeans.
Hello, yes. You are not surviving in Texas or New Mexico. You are just not. You are just not. You are not gonna even have a battle left. They're not even gonna be the shits for them to bury them. Oh Lord!
You also
Never say
had
that in Texas or New Mexico. There
I mean-
won't be ashes left for them to bury. There won't even be a pinch.
on top of it, you were dancing in your Soul Talk Wrangler jacket. So you had your Wrangler jeans on, your Wrangler jacket on, your Cody James hat on. I think we were going full fledged, and it worked for it, and it really works for a lot of your stuff. And you have had multiple people tell you you cannot tap dance to country music.
Like seriously, Texas, New Mexico, not even
Wyoming,
ashes
Montana.
left by me. Oh yeah, but I keep forgetting them because no offense to, but I the only state names I really remember are New Mexico and Texas.
You're like places I've lived or been living adjacent to
Yeah,
half
those
my
are
life.
the only names I memorize.
And I've been told that you cannot tap dance unless you're doing hoedown or making fun of tap country. You can't tap dance the way you tap dance to country.
I have one thing. Like seriously, at the country place, like Lord is not gonna be able to get started. Lord gonna be on this side of me. Wow, boy.
Actually have had friends in the country or in country type industries that are like, well, how is Leta doing this? And then they see it and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, no, she can do it because she's not the way you do it. You're not making fun. You are actually doing
Why would
legitimate
I
tap
make
dancing.
fun of a thing that's literally just there's a place I was born.
But I think getting out, and usually we're out in like the mountains doing it or sometimes on a beach doing it. I think it was fun getting out to the farm and doing it. What do you think?
Those puppy crowd made dogs. They were little teen tiny angels. And Wizard Milo is probably indubitably a secret evil genius. Is a thing. I feel like the derp is a disguise. I'm pretty
I don't
sure that dog is doing derp for a disguise. I'm pretty sure that dog's the boss.
You're like, I think I need to get back out there and do more after we get these videos out. Need to get out and do more videos with the puppies.
Yeah.
We take your dogs out, but one dog is too scared of his own shadow. I think he'd look at the combine and take a run for the hills.
And the other one will probably rouse.
Bella is definitely a
I'm
hunting
pretty
dog. That should
sure
not be
she
on
would
the leash.
find a wolf pack, make a wolf pack, and then probably there's a bigger dog like wolf.
So, you enjoyed
She would
working with the
probably win
puppies. You
every
enjoyed
fight.
being out in the farm. You enjoyed being in the shop because we did not film in the shop, but you got to do some photos in the shop.
Also gotta steal rock.
You guys steal rocks from the shop. You are your dad's daughter stealing or taking rocks from everywhere. You got to because the animals weren't in the corral, we got to do some work in the corral.
Yes. And I unfortunately didn't get a stink eye look from a cow. Well, from
Yeah,
cows.
I'm not sure. I want to see what happens when. Oh, Jackie Poo has left his kennel. I can hear him barking right over us.
And he has opinions.
He does have opinions. He is a very opinionated puppy. Continuing this whole line of thought. So I do have a few more questions before we wrap this up because I think this was your first time to see a combine in person. What did you think about standing by a combine?
It was said it would be.
Um, most of the other stuff you've seen before, but those combines, when you see them in person, like
Was gigantic.
but the older combine that Dad's granddaddy used.
Tiny, teen, tiny, white, teen, tiny, little white, little teen, tiny, little baby.
Don't quote me on this, but I think the combine in the shop that Grandpa's got sitting in the shop.
That was a giant.
I think he actually bought that after Dad and I got married.
Go.
Which for farming equipment is fairly new. Giving me a look.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, the old joke is you went to the John Deere dealer, you got a $500,000 baseball cap, and they threw in a combine for free.
I have one thing.
What?
For anybody wondering, yes, I could still smell the money makers even though they weren't there. I could still smell the
Well, that's 'cause
cows.
your dad's parents' plate. The farm is about 1.5 miles, 2 miles as crow flies from the feedlot.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that 2.5 miles doesn't make the smell any better of the money makers. I mean,
But,
you can smell the money. I just wish the money wasn't so darn well stinky.
So, you had fun. The videos are coming out this month. Because might as well for Autism Acceptance Month, toss out a bunch of music videos, right, kiddo?
Yes.
They'll
And
be
I have fun.
they'll be on
do that 'cause-
Instagram, TikTok,
Oh.
possibly on YouTube, depending on if I can get the rights for YouTube. But TikTok and Instagram, you can get the rights a little bit easier. Do you know what your handles are on any of the socials?
Daddy the tap styles plus foofy doggy woggy cloudy wowdies.
There will be pictures as soon as I get them up. There will be videos. There are already some up on your Instagram and TikTok.
And those pictures will have Milo's derp tongue out 24/7.
The next thing I want to say before we leave is Michelle, dear friend of the channel, Michelle, just started her new podcast, Complex Kids, Simple Solutions. It's an amazing podcast. Go check it out. Right, Leta?
Floofy made house dog angels. Plus
Hey,
our
You're
angels.
still gonna be out on the doggies forever. Anywho's, but yeah, no, Complex Kids, Simple Solutions is streaming anywhere you listen to your podcast. They're gonna get a YouTube channel at some point. Michelle's tossed that to me. She's been amazing to us. She was our first guest, and I was lucky enough to be her first guest on her podcast.
That's why I would mention the dogs in those pictures from my grandpa's farm aren't ones, so they are adorable months-old dogs. And also, if you're watching this past 2025, yeah, they're no longer months.
This Friday, we have Dr. Kristen is coming back on the program to talk about military.
She has a cat.
She does. She has a therapy cat. You're just all about the animals.
Yes, I am.
Coming back on the program on Friday. Tune in. We're going to talk about military, about autism rates in the military, and about where people can go for support in the military and how autism affects military families. That's part of I figured because it's Military Child Month, we should toss in one military themed episode, right, Leta? You're like, thanks, Mom. It is Military Child Month every month of my life. And then it is Autism Acceptance Month. You are running. I know. You can say it. Go ahead and say it.
Seriously. Are they going for people living under a rock? When are they going for people living under a rock? Because last time I checked, everyone was aware of autism. I checked, there was a day for it. Everyone was aware.
Okay, so back to important parts here, Leta, Virginia. It's also autism acceptance, depending on which side of the puzzle debate you are. Do not give me that look. Do not say a word. Do not say a word. Stay silent. Stay silent. Stay silent. But we are running a fundraiser for the dance studio, www.autisticwingsdancecompany.org, to try and get 350 donors for one deal. And then we found out we needed between 2,000 and 3,000 donors, monthly and annual donors for grants. So we opened up another fundraiser deal just for that. If you donate at the $350 $10 a month, 350 and 365 club, you get a keychain. Oh, you're giving me the look because you're not happy about this. You get a keychain made by Leta. Handmade. She will be making the resin pieces by herself. She's giving me a look. She was not quite informed of this. You get paid in candy, by the way. She's excited. If you donate at our Help Us Qualify for Grants club level, the first 2,000 people to donate there also get a keychain made by Leta. You're giving me a look. I'll help you with you do the resin and I'll help with the other parts. How does that sound? Okay, we're good. All right, Leta. Know how to do the other parts. I am aware of how to make a keychain. Until Friday, Leta? You want to say goodbye? Yes. See you guys Friday. Bye.
Hello, thank you for watching the podcast, and please subscribe and also look at the adorable paper. Just also subscribe for it and also please comment. And don't forget if you subscribe to us, if you want to instant of our podcast, and also please the adorable paper. Don't you like it?